Hello everyone, and in this video we are going to explore how expensive it is to visit Vienna. In December we visited Salzburg, some villages all during Christmas and New Year's Eve, and we ended up in Vienna where we stayed 4 days and 3 nights. Here I'm going to break down all the costs from food, accommodation, attractions, you name it. You will get all my costs and then you can decide how expensive Vienna would be during your visit. So let's start and break down the accommodation costs. Staying in Vienna during New Year's Eve isn't cheap. We paid for 2 people and 3 nights 285 euros in a hotel. So if you would break this down per person, per night, this would roughly be €47.50 per night. So now we have an understanding about the accommodation costs. Let's move on to the food costs. Food is something you can make as expensive as you want, and maybe if you have seen my Korean videos, we love some good food and our costs in South Korea were pretty high on the food standard. However, in Vienna, we aren't really particular fan of the local cuisine, so we didn't spend too much money on the food, but still, food prices aren't cheap. In general, you will pay around €3 for breakfast from a bakery, €15 for lunch, and €20 for your dinner. So this will make it for our 4 days, roughly €150 for our total food costs. But to give you a better indication, if you want, for example, a schnitzel from Figelmüller, the famous schnitzel that you want to have in Vienna, you will pay €16 for a schnitzel. And now, let's move on to our transport costs. Public transport in Vienna is just perfect. You can take a bus, train, tram, metro, everything what you want with a Vienna card. We bought a Vienna card which gives us 72 hours of free access on the public transport system. This card will cost you €17.10, but be aware that this card will not cover your fee from the airport. There's a small supplement fee what you have to pay for that small bit of track, which is €1.60 to get you from the airport in the Vienna travel zone. So that means all our transport cost was €18.60 for 3 days of traveling. So in other words, €6.20 a day. And now we have a good understanding about the transport costs. Let's move on and check the last costs that are outstanding, and that are the costs for the attractions. We basically paid for 2 attractions in Vienna, and that's the first one in Musikverein, where we had a brilliant classical concert in a very beautiful building, and it only cost us €9 for a standing ticket. And then there was the Sissy ticket, €34, which gives you access to Schloss Schönbrunn with 44 rooms that you can visit, Hofburg Palace, where you can visit 3 places as well, including the cutlery, the silver section, Sissy Story, and then the Imperial Apartments. And then there's the Mobiliteitsmuseum, or in other words, the Imperial Furniture Museum that you can visit on that Sissy ticket as well, which is €34. So in total, we paid €43 for all the attractions in Vienna. And then the last thing to answer your question, how expensive Vienna is to visit, is what did this trip in Vienna cost me in total? So our costs are, in total, for 4 days in Vienna, €385 per person. So roughly €90 per person to visit Vienna per day. Well, is this expensive? I don't know. Please let me know in the comments below if you think this is expensive, if you can do it even cheaper than me, or if I already did a good job there and if you would visit Vienna for that price. And I hope, guys, to see you in the next video.